So yesterday we talked about the tempo trainer and what it is and how you can use it in your training, and today we're going to talk about how you can maximize your time with the tempo trainer to help you become a faster swimmer faster. Now if you remember, mode number 2 is whole seconds. Now the key to this is when you're doing your long intervals, your 500s, your 1000s, what you can do is you can set it to beep every 50, or what you can do is you can set it to beep every 100. If you are having trouble pacing yourself, what you can do is you can practice every 50. That way it will remind you every 50 where you are. If your pacing is a little bit better than that, set it to your 100 time. And once you get really good at that, extend it out even further. This is a great tool to help your pacing, and you can see if you jump out too far ahead of the pace early on, or if you kind of tail off later on. And if you do tail off later on, what are some of the form indicators that are stopping you from doing that? This will help you identify some of those things. So if you are one of those people that tails off at the long interval, or you just can't seem to find the pace, put it on mode number 3, your stroke rate mode. And what this is going to allow you to do is going to get that instant feedback every time, that beep, 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 and it's going to allow you to set your rhythm for you. You won't have to think about it. All you'll have to do is just match it, match it, match it. If it's too slow, speed it up. But be careful, if you speed it up too soon in your interval, you might have trouble maintaining that later on. So just be careful and play around. Find your stroke rate and then work on building it up, but also maintain form. If you forget that second part, that maintaining form, it's just going to be a waste. So keep that form and try to bump up your stroke rate, and you will see massive speed gains. Now the last mode is mode number 1. It is in seconds, and as we talked about last time, it's just an incremental step towards building that cadence. But what you can also use it as is a pacing tool. You can set it as your 50 time, and as the weeks go by, drop that pace down just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, and before you know it, you'll be swimming faster and faster and faster. You can use all 3 different settings every single time you get in the water. I highly recommend it, and without this tool, you will be left behind. So just a basic user guide of how to use this device. What you're going to do to turn it on, you're going to hold the right button. And then you'll see it pop on. So it is in mode number 2, as you just saw. And mode number 2, again, it is whole seconds. Mine is set to 40 seconds. If you want to start it like you're about to leave the wall, what you do is you hit that top button, and if you heard it, it makes noise. It beep, beep, beep. Now, if you want to make it slower or faster, you simply push the left or right buttons. Maybe it's 44 seconds. Maybe you're really speedy for your 50 and you're leaving on 34s. You want to maintain that 34 pace. Whatever your pace is in Training Peaks on that workout, make sure you adjust it based off of that. Now, switching modes here, we're going to hold the top button. 3, mode number 3. Now it's set to 60 seconds. Again, this is for stroke rate. This is to maintain that pace deep into those long intervals. If you have struggled doing so, this is going to only help you as you progress. If this is too fast, again, what you can do, lower it by hitting that left button. Maybe it's 54. Maybe you are a speedy person and you need a little bit faster. Again, switching modes here, holding that top button, you're going to see a 1, and then it's going to pop over. Now, that is a whole second. Every second is beeping, beeping, beeping. If that is not your cup of tea, maybe you slow it down. Maybe you beep it every 1.1 seconds and just slows it down a little bit, But as the weeks go by, you lower it and you get a little bit faster. It's not a lot, it's just these incremental improvements that are going to add up over time. Now to turn it off, what you do is you hold both buttons at the same time. Off, done. Simple as that.